it's like the time my 10-person tent burned down along with Kevin Wilson's, and I had to explain to my dad how that happened.
Yes, yes. All right, let's talk about that. That is the funniest thing in the whole entire world. Oh man, we are so stupid.
Dude, till this day, I know Kevin has like not told his dad that that's what happened.
Oh man. So back in the day, we had a friend. I'll leave the name out just because um I don't think he'd care anyway, but back in the day we used to have these parties, overnight parties back in a field, super country, right? Um
Ah!
Yep. And people, there'd be a bonfire out there. It would be what, like a quarter mile away from the next house. So we were pretty like could
Oh
do
yeah.
half a mile away from the next house. So we were pretty much could do whatever we wanted back there. Um, at one point, people were like racing trucks for some reason. Not sure why. Not safe.
Drunk driving in a field with trees, no big deal.
Yep, not a big deal. And so we could pretty much do whatever we wanted back there. Nothing ever really happened like too bad. Like at the time, the group of friends that we had were like pretty good, and we weren't into drugs at all. We didn't drink at all. So
Yeah.
from my perspective, most of the people there, at least our friends, were sober and completely sober. So it wasn't like we're going out there to do drugs. It was just going out there to hang out, right? And people would sleep in their cars. People would sleep in tents like overnight. It'd be a bonfire, and people would just hang out, play music, have a good time. Um, not wasn't always safe family fun, but it was definitely super fun and super interesting just to hang out with everybody and stuff like that. But we were what, junior? You were a junior, and was I a senior?
Yeah. I think it was my junior year.
Yeah. So you guys brought a tent, right? And everybody brought their tents and stuff like that. And for some reason, you guys didn't sleep in the tent, right? You were just like, "I'm." What
Well,
happened? Why was it there?
so, dude, my parents buy like this. I don't know. It's probably like a $300 or $400 tent from like
So
Costco.
expensive. The
It's like
best.
sleeps tent. It has like separate rooms. It's like a fucking plastic house that I bring. I'm like, oh, this will be dope. All my friends can sleep in here. I set it up. It takes like 40 minutes to set up this tent because not a camper, dude. I have a better chance of wearing like eye makeup than I do sleeping
Uh,
outside.
the picture of you and Kevin putting up a tent together with your short tempers.
It probably
Yeah.
actually only took like 10 minutes to set up, but Kevin and I are just like, dude, nothing goes right. Anyways, I get this tent set up and I'm like, dude, I don't want to sleep outside. I'm just gonna leave this here. I'll pick it up tomorrow morning. So I like leave at like, I don't know, like 2, 3 a.m. Everyone's like finishing the party, like cashing out. And then I wake up from a call from the kid who threw the party. It's like, I don't know, it's probably like 3 p.m. because I like slept all day, super tired. I'm like, why is he calling me? And he goes, hey man, what are you doing? I'm like, just woke up. What's up?
What do you think, dude?
He goes, I got to tell you something. I'm like, all right. He goes, my field caught on fire last night and your tent burned down. I'm like, what's up?
You mean the brand new $300-$400 tent that my parents let me borrow? That tent? We're talking about the
Yeah,
same tent, right?
like unboxed, brand new. First of all, I don't know why my parents bought a tent. Like they have never camped in their life. Like I don't know what they were gonna do with it.
It
I
was
don't
on
know if
sale at
like they had.
Costco. They just walked in there and was just like, "Dude, this seems like a fun thing to do."
They're like, yeah, hell yeah, bulk tents. Let's pick one up. Like, so he is like, sorry this happened. I'll give you $50 for it. I'm like, $50? I'm like, is this a GameStop, dude, for tents? Like, I'm like,
Uh,
no, dude, that's a $400 tent. How the fuck am I gonna tell my dad this happened?
Yeah, so I don't know how it started, but it was a makeshift bonfire and it would get pretty big. And I don't think they put rocks around it like to protect it. I don't know if like
No.
the ashes like went into the air and caught something on fire, but I think the story was there wasn't any like type of rocks around the fire. It was just dirt and wood, and it was in a field, right? So there was just
Yeah.
like dry, I don't know, grass or weeds or something back there,
Whatever's
right?
in fields.
Whatever's in fields, right? So yeah, it like slowly caught didn't like the fire department get called and everything? Like it
Yeah,
wasn't like a raging fire. It was like just slowly on the ground, just like
just
burning everything and
smoldering my
spreading.
tent.
Yeah.
I think the funniest part is that I asked him to send me a picture because I thought he was joking, and then he sent me a picture of the pile of the rods that were left over from the tent. I'm like, I believe you.
You need to find that picture immediately.
I'm like, damn it.
Uh, so when that was so what when you told your parents, like, how did it go? Like, what'd they do?
I mean, my dad's a relatively chill guy, like you know him pretty well, but
Uh-huh.
I think he can have a little bit of a temper, and I believe he said, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
We had all these plans to go on fun trips.
Yeah, I just crushed their aspirations of like hiking in the Rockies and tenting.
Just spent $300, $400. This is gonna be really fun. This is gonna be something brand new that us as a family are gonna do.
Yeah,
We're gonna go to Zion. We're gonna go road trips up north. This is gonna be a big growth opportunity to show
yeah,
our kids the world, right? And you just you just crushed it.
stupid because I put it up in a field with no fire safety.
And then you just left it there.
I figured it would be fine. I remember specifically leaving and like the grass slash weeds were like covered in dew. I'm like, how did that light on
Yeah.
fire?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, long story short, I owe my parents a tent when I get my bread up.
I guess my question is, did anybody spend the night there? Because if it was on fire, I feel like no one.
Dude, that's what I was saying. Like, thank God I didn't. I would have melted.
Oh man. Yeah, everybody saw you guys leave and be like, "Yeah, that's a good idea."
Yeah,
I don't know. I probably went home early too. I mean, we if me and Nate ever spent the night there, it was in like our car, and so good
yeah.
thing that the cars weren't there because, like, the tires, like, who knows what would cars would have just
Just,
exploded on like a movie, like a the Rock movie. Like all these cars are just
yeah.
exploding, all that good stuff.
Oh my God, that would have been horrible.
That's so funny. But yeah, we had some good times back there, and got into. We weren't the smartest kids in the whole entire world, but we made it.
Yeah, with literally zero alcohol or drugs involved.